morning, YouTubers and YouTuberettes. Just enjoying Jake Hackert tall billiard with some Boswell's Railroad 965. I'll be honest, I've had Dunhill's 965, at least the most recent version of it. I've never had any of the older versions of 965. I'll have to admit, between the two, I like the Boswell's better. It's less harsh to me. The Boswell's was a little bit harsh from my point of view. This is kind of creamy, almost buttery. It's really nice. You don't get overpowered by the Latakia, and it's very creamy, buttery. That's a good word for it. It's quite nice. And I'm just watching ADzPipes latest vid with Bill and Bill's motorhome that he just bought off of eBay. I had no idea you could buy a motorhome off of eBay. That's kind of surprising to me. You guys mentioned me in the video and said I got sacked for smuggling tobacco. It's kind of funny. When I was working, I'd go in and out of Canada quite often. My boat company, at least the boat company I used to work for, did quite a few sales in Canada. Damn, this is just good stuff. It really is. And every time you go into Canada, you get stopped at the border, and the guards, ask you things like, how much cash are you carrying? Do you have any, guns or weapons? Do you have any liquor or alcohol or tobacco? And you got to tell them the truth, because periodically they decide to pull you over and search your truck. I mean, they don't do it every time, but you never know when they're going to do it. So, you pretty much got to tell them the truth. I'm the kind of person, I can't just smoke one tobacco all the time. When I'm driving, I will smoke 10 to 14 bowls a day. Of country gentleman size bowls, okay, and I'll smoke 10 to 14 of those a day. I keep track on a notebook, and I'll smoke maybe 6 different flavors a day. So I just don't smoke the same thing all day long, and so I rotate my tobacco quite often, and so I go on the road, I take 2 or 3 ounces of each different kind of tobacco that I'm going to take, and always I left the house one time. I had my bag of tobacco, and I stopped at my mailbox on the way out the door and got mail, and there was like a brand new box of stuff from Cup of Joe's, and I had it was all tobacco, and so I just threw it in the bag and took off. And when I got to the border, I got to the border, you know, they asked me how much tobacco you had. Well, at the time I had like 3 pounds worth of tobacco, so I said, well, I got 3 pounds. He just gave, you know, and I said, I'm a pipe smoker, and he gave me what amounted to the old evil eye for about 30 seconds. And then they decided to pull my truck over and check it. But I thought that was kind of funny. And the border guards, they're not the smartest people in the world to begin with. I have a flatbed truck. What's on the truck is strapped on there. You can plainly see what's on it. Boats, pontoon boats. So you pull up to the little guard booth, and the guy says, "What are you hauling?" And I mean, it's plain as day, you know, some boats sitting on the back of your truck. You know, so it always just amazed me when they can see quite clearly what it is, but they ask that anyway. But the more amazing thing is when you're coming back out of Canada, and I'm always empty, and it's like I said, it's not a box truck where you'd have to look inside the box to see what's there. It's a flatbed, so if there's nothing there, you can see that there's nothing there. And you show up with an empty truck, they know you're empty, and then you pull up to the little guard booth, and with an empty truck, and they say, "What are you hauling?" And there's nothing on your truck. There's been a few times that I've actually stuck my head way out in the window and craned my neck back and looked behind me, and then then I'd say nothing. And they don't like it when you're sarcastic with them, even though they're sometimes dumb as a box of rocks, but I don't know, they just amaze me. They really do. Sometimes if you're in a bad mood, like road construction will put me in a bad mood. And then you get to the border, and one thing they'll ask you when you're on your way out of the border is, they'll say, "Where are you going?" And it's like, you leaving Canada, you're empty, and you gotta wonder, why the hell do they care what business it is of theirs where you're going? You're leaving Canada. You're no longer in their jurisdiction. Why? What business is it of theirs? Why do they even bother to care? And I remember one time I was in a particularly bad mood because of construction, and the guy asked me, "Where are you going?" And I said, "What did you have for dinner last night?" And he says, "Why'd you ask me that?" And I said, "Well, it's about as relevant to you asking me where am I going, since I'm leaving Canada and it won't be any of your business." Well, they didn't like that either. But I just have very, very little tolerance for stupid. You just can't cure stupid. I understand somebody doing their job, but you just can't cure stupid. And to quote Ron White, and I just don't. I've got very little tolerance for it. When I get aggravated from traffic or construction, whatever little patience I have goes right out the window. So anyway, I sort of got off topic, but just since Bill made the joke that I got sacked for smuggling tobacco, I thought you know, being questioned by the guards when I showed up with 3 pounds of pipe tobacco, and then they searched my truck. I thought that was kind of amusing. So, but so until next time, may all your roads be smooth, the chicken house is closed, may your pipe never run empty. God bless.